So, you've been looking to record music, but you need a free software because maybe you don't have the finances, or maybe you just want to dibble and dab and get your hands wet inside of a recording DAW? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about Bandlab, a free recording DAW that you can utilize on your phone, your PC, computer, or even your Apple products. Keep on watching this video.
I'm a boss and that's a fact. You can tell, look at my body, cause I'm big and dressed in black, yeah.
What's up, everybody? Chris Lee back with another United Destiny Entertainment tutorial video. Hey, check this out. If you are new to this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to get more videos like this in the future. All right, so what's up, guys? Chris Lee back with another video. I got a super exciting video for you guys today. Check this out, guys. If you are interested in recording music, you want to get into recording, you want to be able to dabble with something on your phone, your iPad, your PC computer, your Mac computer, guys, there's a free DAW out there called Bandlab. Guys, if you haven't had a chance to go check out my other video that I did on Bandlab Cakewalk, go check it out. Thanks to you guys, that video got over 500,000 views. Guys, a lot of you went out and went ahead and downloaded the software. You started recording, you started watching my tutorials. In this video, I'm going to be doing a quick overview showing you guys how to go ahead and download it so you can start recording today. Let's go ahead and jump into the video right now. All right, guys, first thing that you can go ahead and do is you can go ahead and go to your app store. Once you go to your app store, you can just type in search and you can type in Bandlab, okay? Once you go ahead and type that in, this is the app here. Just go ahead and download it, okay? You can just download it, install it on a computer. But if you're going to be working through the website, which is something that I also recommend, I'll show you how to do that as well. So just go to www.bandlab.com, which I already have it here, bandlab.com. And then what it's going to ask you to do is go ahead and create an account. Go ahead and create your account, log in, password, activate your account. You should be good to go. Once you go to bandlab.com, here what you're going to see is basically like your feed. You can go ahead and create your profile, but here it's going to show just like a lot of other Bandlab users who basically utilize the app, and any type of beats or songs that they create or produce, you can basically post it on this feed. It gives people the opportunity to go ahead and like it, leave comments, collaborate with you, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so it's really cool to go ahead and check out everybody else's material. You can explore. Basically, you can do like a creator connect, feature contests. They may have some contests for you guys to get involved in, featured albums that people have used this app to go ahead and create songs with in general, featured artists that they have, featured music, editors pick, shows, the whole 9 yards. Library is going to have like your projects, all your projects, your collaborations with other people, because you can collaborate with complete strangers by basically inviting them and giving them access to your session, okay? It shows like music, deleted projects, and here is just going to be like a list of your projects that you have produced or made in this program, okay? It's pretty much like a big server that allows you to create your sessions, and they kind of keep tab of it within that program. Now, that may be a good thing and that may be a bad thing. It's really personal preference and up to you. I personally like to have access to all my sessions in general, so I don't really think that you can actually save the session to your computer, which is, I think, is a con in my opinion. But it's not the end of the world. This is going to be great for somebody who wants to start recording right now. Even if you don't know a whole lot about music, this is going to be very user friendly, and it's really going to help you get your ideas down right here, right now, okay? Upload here, and then you can also create new, okay? So once you hit new, that's going to go ahead and create a new session. So let me just go ahead and go back real quick. So we're just, so here you're going to have like albums, your albums, your purchased albums, and your liked albums, okay? So these are just some things that you can try to do as far as the website. But let's go ahead and jump into the meat and potatoes, which is how to make this software work and what we're able to do in it. So let's just go ahead and hit create. Once you hit create, okay, in this particular window here, guys, you're going to have new tracks. So you're going to have the instrument tracks that already come within the software, which is a positive in my opinion, because it's free instruments that you can utilize to produce your music. They got free drum kits that you can utilize as well as a MIDI sampler, just in case you want to have like your own particular MIDI sounds or things that you want to add within the program, okay? You got the voice mic, which allows you to do any type of voiceovers, record through your microphone, condenser microphone, USB microphone, dynamic microphones. Anything to record your vocals is going to be the best option there, okay? Now, you can also track guitar and a bass guitar by plugging it in, and I'm going to show you guys how to go ahead and set all this stuff up. Now, I don't have a bass guitar or electric guitar because I don't play it, but everything is pretty much going to be self-explanatory on how to set it up. Now, here you can go ahead and import any sounds, MP3s that you may have, or any MIDI files, okay? Go ahead and click it here. You can navigate and wherever your files are, you just go ahead and utilize the ones that you want to go ahead and basically import it, whether that be an instrumental or, you know, a sound file or anything that you may have, you just go ahead and import it there. Guys, from the app standpoint, what I've noticed is that when I try to import something, it freezes, and I'm not really sure. Maybe that's a glitch or a bug in the system that they need to fix, but if you run into those issues, that is an issue that I have ran into and I don't like it. But if you want to go ahead and import a beat, just click one and go open. Boom. As you see, I was able to import a beat with no issues, and let's go ahead and play it. Okay, so that works. That's a beat that I went ahead and produced. So it works. It imported fine. No issues there. That's how you would import the audio. Now, if I just go ahead and let's say mute that one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mute that. But if I go back, edit, undo, so you guys can see that window, I'm going to go back to create. Here, Bandlab Sounds is just basically going to give you a bunch of access to a bunch of loops and plugins and one-shot sounds that you can basically import to go ahead and start making beats and things like that. So you just basically type in your genre, R&B, hip hop, whatever you want to type in. Let's just do lo-fi hip hop. You go ahead and click it here, and you can actually audition the sounds. Nice. So all you would have to do is basically drag it over. And once you drag it over, check it out. You can Command Z it to take it out and go find something else. These are hats. And a lot of these are lo-fi sounds, okay? So go back to browse. And say if you wanted to do like some beat loops. Wow, sounds really good. Sounds really good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is import that right now. Okay, and it's basically telling you that it's going to set your key to whatever, because it shows you the key in the scale in the tempo, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and hit set. And once you hit set, we're just going to pull this back. Nice. So that's how you would basically audition, drag and drop sounds that you may want to go together and just to start building your beat, whether that be loops of drums or instruments or whatever the case may be. You can drag and drop whatever you want to utilize, okay? And it's going to match that tempo, which it did, okay? Check this out, 145, and it changed it. It's going to let you know the scale and the key. Now let's just quickly go ahead and go over some of the things that you have here. You're going to have a lot of your settings at the top. So you're going to have file where you can basically save your files or publish it or download or whatever, okay? It's basically going to allow you to download your tracks if you want to download it to the computer. Now I have found once I try to download the tracks or the things that I have in the session, it takes a really long time, and I have fast internet. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, but to me that's kind of like a con. I still don't like the fact that I'm not able to save the session on my computer and access it. Uploading it to their server is just basically, I think it's kind of like giving them the rights to the masters of the sessions, or just being able to have full access to your session. I don't really like that. I like to be able to save it on my computer, okay? Other than that, if you just want to download your files, then you go ahead and download by hitting tracks or mix down as, okay? Here, you're going to have like your edit window with slice and playhead. You can undo here. Your tools, you're going to have the cycle, which we're going to talk more about. The tuner, a free guitar tuner, or just a tuner in general. If you just want to be able to tune your guitar, bass guitar, something like that. And then also the latency test. The latency test is going to be super important because you're actually doing this through their server online, and it's going to be based off your internet connection. The latency is not the best in this program, just to be honest with you guys, but there is a way to go ahead and make it a little bit better. You can go to latency test here. And basically what it wants you to do is unplug your headphones, and it wants you to take your microphone. It wants you to put your microphone directly in front of your speaker, okay? What it's going to do is basically just send like a test tone through your microphone coming from your speaker, and it's going to do like 3 ticks. And what it's going to do is just basically tell you the milliseconds that it takes from that sound to go to the microphone and transfer back to the actual DAW. Okay, and it's going to tell you what the milliseconds are for when you're recording. Now, you still may or may not be able to adjust that or not. Just depends on your audio interface and your computer system in general. But I have the Apollo Twin, so it has its own console to be able to monitor my microphone while recording through that. So I don't really have to worry about the latency, or you can just mute it to go ahead and fix that issue. But if it bothers you too much, I recommend muting yourself and just pulling your headphones off on one side to go ahead and record, okay? The latency isn't perfect, just to be honest with you guys. All right, so we have that option as well. Then you can go into view. With the view, you're just going to have like grid size here from a bar, half step, quarter step. You can do lyrics, notes, samples, MIDI mappings, collaborations. As I mentioned before, you are allowed to invite other collaborators to your session, giving them access so you can work on things together. If you work on a song, you want to collaborate with a complete stranger, invite them, give them access to the session, and y'all can work on it together and come up with the masterpiece. I think that's pretty dope. Count in, the bar count in is going to be super important. Metronome settings, enable multi-track recording is going to be super important, guys. So always enable that. Quantize MIDI recordings, everything is going to be good to go from here. Here you're basically going to have your undo or move forward. Just in case you want to undo something or go move a step forward, you can do that here. Just hit Command Z. Here is your cycle range. So you can turn it on by hitting C, the letter C, and it's basically like a loop, okay? So you can just loop from, let's say we looped from here to here. Yeah. Okay. So you have your loop, you can turn that back off by hitting that. And then here is like a splice, okay? So if you want to splice it, then you can go ahead and hit Command Z to undo that. But if you want to splice it, just put your cursor over something and it's gonna let you know. So if you want to splice something, go ahead and hit S. Boom, it's gonna chop it there. Hit S here. Boom, it's gonna chop it there. Command Z to go ahead and undo it, okay? That's a useful option as well. Now, this is going to be like your transport stuff. So you're going to have to where you can actually play it from the beginning or hit the return key. Here's your play button. This is to go to end. This is your record button. And then you're going to have like your time that is keeping track. So this is just your display mode of time. Here, you're going to have a lot of your key, scale, and tempo stuff, okay? So BPM, you're going to have A minor, you can just click it and change it if you want to change it yourself, or you can just change like the meters or the steps. Here you're going to have metronome, click it on and off, okay? And then you're going to have a drop down to where you can actually do like a tap tempo. So if you import a beat or like something that doesn't have like kicks and snares and you just want to come up with a little tap tempo, then you can go ahead and tap tempo and it's going to give you a nice ballpark number of what the tempo is, okay? You can do like your metronome sound here, just in case you want to change it from cowbells or congos or whatever the case may be. And then you can also turn the volume down of the metronome just in case it's too loud, okay? Count in is going to be super important for anybody who needs a count in or they want to hit like a particular time. If you struggle with trying to play directly when something starts, then go ahead and give yourself a 1 to 2 bar count in, and that's definitely going to help you out, okay? Here you're just going to have your volume. This is going to be just like a lot of your scale stuff, letting you know which bars that you're at as far as your track. importing the track here, you can go ahead and click it, or you can just drag and drop your sounds from here or your MIDI files as well and drop it in here, okay? On this particular track here, you can basically add more tracks by clicking this plus button. And if you want to add more, then you just go ahead and utilize whatever you want to add, and you should be good to go from there. Also, what you need to keep in mind is that here you're going to have your mute button if you want to mute, solo button if you want to solo. This is your pan knob right here. So if you want to pan it left and right. And then here you're going to have like your volume knob, so you can actually control your volume of your track, turning it down and up here, okay? Now here, if you go ahead and click these little 3 dots, you can actually rename the track, freeze the track, change the track color if you like. So if I want to change it to blue, purple, or green, I can go ahead and do that. And then it's going to have a bunch of these presets already set up for you, okay? If you want to record vocals and you want like a particular preset with some EQ, some compression, or some sound effects, it's going to have a lot of these options here, or you can create your own, which I'm going to show you how to do that. You can move tracks up, move tracks down, import from your disk, export tracks as waves. So I just wanted to export this particular track by itself as a wave, then I can do that. You can duplicate the track as well as delete the track, okay? Now, if you want to go ahead and let's just go ahead and pull in the instrument track as well, okay? So we're going to go here and we are going to pull up the instrument tracks of sounds that they already have. Okay, so if I go here, you want to go ahead and click instrument down here. And this is going to let you know instruments, effects, and a MIDI editor all right here, okay? Plug in your MIDI keyboard if you have one and basically utilize that. So I have a MIDI keyboard plugged in. And then down here, MIDI devices, you just want to select that MIDI keyboard. And then here you can choose whichever sounds that they have. They have tons from basses, creator kits, drums, guitar sounds, keyboards, percussion, special effects, strings, voices, winds. You can choose whatever you want. So let's just go ahead and use a lo-fi piano since that's the thing that I'm into lately. Okay, so let's just go ahead and play it. Okay, so as you can see, it has the octaves here. So let's go ahead and change that. You can set the sustain. You can actually change the key if you want, or you can actually change the scale as well. Major, triad, minor scales. It's totally up to you, as well as the pitch button here, okay? If you don't have a MIDI keyboard, this actually is its own internal MIDI keyboard for you. So it's telling you the keys: S, D, G, H, J, L, I believe 1. Yeah, 1, okay? And then down at the bottom, C, X, C, B, B, N, M. Basically, the keys on your keyboard becomes your piano keys, okay? So that's super helpful and super powerful in my opinion, okay? It actually doesn't sound that bad. I could see myself producing something with that, okay? Let's just go ahead and play something. So we're going to hit R to record, but you want to be careful because if R is down here, then it's not going to record. Let's just go ahead and change the tempo to 120, hit enter, adjust. Okay, and that one's muted, so it's not going to matter. And let's just go ahead and hit the record button, okay? Okay, so boom. So I have that. I can turn on cycle by clicking this. So what you would do is after playing it, okay, so you will right click it and go ahead and basically change it, quantize it to whatever you want. And then if you want to see the MIDI editor for the tracks, you just go ahead and click it and you can basically adjust anything that you need to adjust on your own from there. So we're going to adjust this really quick. I don't want these notes to go too far, okay? So that's how you would do that. And then if you wanted to transpose it, you could actually transpose it down. I actually think that sounds pretty good. It's pretty dope. You can change like humanize, legato. So you can quantize everything here, which is super helpful. In my opinion, you can just do everything that you need to do here. What you can also do is add like effects on that. So if you wanted to add like a bunch of effects, like I said, you can add like preset effects if you want, or you can basically add your own. So you just go click this plus button here, and it's basically going to give you a recommended list of plugins that they think you should utilize, or, you know, some of the go-to or popular ones. And then it has like amps and cabs for guitars and things like that, delay, distortion, comes with dynamic plugins like compressors, 1176, which is really popular, kind of like a little emulation of it. I think that's a really good one as well. I use that a lot so far. A lot of these are really good, but it's just something, it all depends on you. Modulation effects, which I absolutely love to utilize on instruments, vocals, you name it, okay? Reverbs, you can create your own, tones, EQ, utility for gain knobs, the whole 9 yards, okay? So let's just go ahead and add one. So you click the add button, and if we wanted to add like a compressor, we would click the compressor and boom, here it is. Change the ratio, so it has the ratio, the attack, the release, the makeup gain, the input gain, everything that you would normally see on a regular compressor, it actually has it, okay? So let's just go ahead and set this. This is just to show you that everything works, okay? And then if we wanted to add like some reverb, you can either use the studio reverb, the space maker, which is one that I like to utilize because I have more control. So let's just say we went with medium ambience. You can change the room size, the dampening, and the spread. Sounds pretty good. So you can have a lot of fun with that. And then when you decide that you want to get all the effects that you want, all you have to do is like save the preset. So if you want, you can basically just choose, say you added like any other effect. I don't know, anything, some EQ, which is always really, really fun. You can go ahead and change the EQ as well. Check it out. So it basically has, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like a 7-band EQ. So, I mean, that works well enough to cover the low mid range, the lows, the low mids, the mid range, the high mid frequencies, and the high frequencies. Okay. So say if you wanted to go ahead and save that, you would just click save as and type in something like custom BL preset. Boom. And you go ahead and hit create, and there it is, okay? So now on this particular side, something that is super crucial in my opinion is lyrics and notes. A lot of people can't write songs out the top of their head. I'm able to do that, so I don't really care for this, but it's nice to know that if I needed to record some lyrics right away, I can go ahead and type it in, okay? So recording a new song. Boom. I could type my lyrics in right here and be able to reference looking at the lyrics while recording my song at the same time. Again, we already talked about the Bandlab sounds, and then you also have the Midi mappings. If that's something that says create one by selecting a parameter to map to move in the desired Midi device controller, okay? So if that's something that you want to be able to control with your Midi keyboard or something like that, then it's totally up to you. But one thing that I like down here most is the actual chat. You can actually invite collaborators to get some input on what they think about the session. And then if you guys want to go ahead and chat and connect with each other, then y'all can basically collab and share input together while utilizing this app. I think that's pretty dope as well, okay? As you can see, it says, don't be a solo act, invite friends, and fellow musicians to create tracks together. Okay, pretty dope. All right. So that's something that you can utilize. And like I said, you can type down here at the bottom as well if you want to go ahead and message them and talk back and forth. Super dope, super powerful. I really dig that. Okay. Now, if you decided that you wanted to go ahead and export this, say if we just took that one sound, you can go to File and always save it. But say if you just did this as like tracks, if you wanted to do tracks, you go ahead and bounce it down. This is going to make it available to where you can download your individual tracks. The thing that I will say is it doesn't really move as fast as I would like it to move. I think it takes a long time, in my opinion. Like I said, I have fast internet, the fastest internet, and I have the M1 Mac Mini. So I'm not sure if it's an internet M1 Mac Mini issue or is it a Bandlab issue. And I'm going to say that it's a Bandlab issue, okay? So now let's go ahead and set up one for the drum machine, which is really cool. And then we'll set up another one for the microphone. All right, so let's check out the drum machine. This is pretty dope. This is basically like your pattern sequencer. It's pretty dope because it's going to give you the option to go ahead and go over here and utilize whichever category that you want, or different drum kits and things like that. Electronic, dubstep, hip hop, Atlantic hip hop kit, 909, 808s, vintage hip hop kits, the whole 9 yards. You can basically choose different kits over here. Okay. So check this out. You have different patterns. This is pattern B. Now pattern C, you can go ahead and create your own. So let's just randomly click. Okay, so say if you like that or you found something that you liked in general, okay, you can play it and say if you wanted to use it and have a change up and just basically hit add C. Boom. So once it adds C, check it out. You can basically change it and you can hold down the Alt button to go ahead and copy that. Alt and drag, okay? And then if you want a clear pattern, then all you got to do is right click, hit clear pattern, and then you're good to go, okay? Command Z to go ahead and put that back. That's a really convenient thing in my opinion. Okay? Another thing that we need to go ahead and discuss really quick is the recording. This is the most important part for a lot of people here, okay? All you have to do is go to voice mic, and once you set this up, if you are recording through an audio interface, which is something that I highly recommend, either through, a condenser microphone or dynamic microphones or whatever the case may be, utilize that, a condenser microphone or a dynamic microphone with an audio interface. If you don't know what any of that is, I'll have links in the description box on how to start a home studio. Be sure to go check that video out because I'll let you know every piece of gear that you need, okay? But in this particular case, what you will want to do is have your audio interface plugged in with your condenser microphone or your microphone in general. If you decide to use a USB microphone, do know this. Two things. You're going to have some signal interference, which I hate to have in my recordings, and you're also going to have latency issues. So latency issues on top of latency issues with this software, I don't recommend it, okay? But if a USB microphone is all you have, then go ahead and utilize it. I'm utilizing it for this video tutorial, okay? Now here, what you would want to do is go in and choose your audio interface. So I'm using the universal audio. So that's the option that I'm choosing. Whatever your audio interface is, Focusrite, M Audio, whatever the case may be, utilize that. If you're utilizing an internal microphone, then utilize that as well, okay? I have 2 channels on mine, so channel 1, channel 2. Maybe yours might have more. If you want to record simultaneously with them, whatever the case may be, then you'll have those options as well. But you just want to make sure that you're recording through your audio interface, okay? It's going to let you know your inputs, your stereo inputs, your outputs, the whole 9 yards. Just make sure that you know exactly that you're recording through mono inputs and then going out through your stereo outputs, okay, of your audio interface, left and right, 2 channels, stereo, okay? Now, if you want to monitor yourself and actually hear yourself while you record, you click on this button, and this is the input monitoring button, basically allowing you to hear yourself while you record. Now with the latency, it may get a little annoying unless you can get your latency issue fixed. But other than that, for some people, they just love to hear themselves record. That's okay. You just turn it on by utilizing that feature there. Now, here's the best part, guys. This program actually comes with its own version of Autotune, which is this auto pitch, okay? And all you would have to do is enable it. And once you enable it, it's going to basically allow you to set the key in the scale, okay? Major, minor, and you set the keys that you need. And then here you basically control the auto tune. So if you want less auto tune and want to sound more humanized, then you pull a number back. If you want it to be at the heaviest for auto tune, then you have it all the way at 100%. If you want to do somewhere in between, then go ahead and utilize that, okay? Really cool feature. I'm going to go here, right click on a voice track. And enable multi-track recording. Now this is what I want to do. Make sure that my audio interface. All right, now this is what I want to do. You should be able to hear me twice now. You should be able to hear me through here and hear me through here. Okay. Now let's go ahead and try this out. Enter. Monitoring. Here we go. Turn this one down. Yeah. This is Autotune. This is Autotune. This is Autotune. You can hear my vocals. Autotune. Tonight I am letting go everything. Little latency, it's annoying, but turn the auto-tune all the way up. Tonight I am letting go everything. All right, guys, so now you should be able to hear me just fine. That was just to give you like a general idea of what it actually sounds like utilizing the auto-tune, okay? And then, like I said, you can go ahead and add your own custom effects to it, which I had already created like some of my own presets as well, which is something that you may want to do. So if I just go into this section here, it's going to say my presets, and check this out. Boom. I have all my presets for my vocals in general, okay? On.
Test 1, test 2, test 3. Holla, holla, yeah, yeah, yeah. Shawty looking fine, I wanna make her mine. I'm not wasting time, no, no, no. I just wanna get to know her.
You see that I was able to record some vocals. Now, the latency, as I mentioned, if you don't adjust it before, you're going to run into those issues. But what I like to do is just cut this back just in case you can't get it lined up, and just go ahead and line it up some.
Yeah, holla up. Shawty looking good, holla, yeah, yeah, holla up. Shawty looking good, holla, yeah.
This is with the auto tune, and this is also with my plugins or my custom presets that I created.
BOSS, I'm a boss. To be a boss like me, it costs. My success got niggas lost. Got many whips in a big ass house. I play hard when I'm in that paint. Haters try, but they really can't. Working 9 to 5, the money I make is the reason they make banks. Sport and women I attract. I'm a boss, and that's a fact. You can tell. Look at my bodyguards. I'm big and dressed in black. Yeah.
This out. If I decided to go to file, and like I said, if you wanted to download these, you can download these tracks as well. And let me just show you. Hopefully it doesn't freeze or do anything like that. It hasn't been really stable in my opinion, but you know, you can record the material, and if you can get everything downloaded with no issues, then it's going to be good to go. But I do believe that if they get this program to be super powerful and fix all the bugs, that honestly, it can be a game changer, okay? It can definitely be a game changer. Now check this out. It is also on mobile. So if you have your cell phone or like an iPad or something like that, you're going to be able to have access to it, okay? So what I'm doing right now is it's going to allow you to download your stems, but I would always do WAV because that's the highest quality files that you can get. And basically, if you want to download it, you can just go ahead and hit like download. Now, as far as the downloading, it's going to be hit and miss when you're downloading the stems. It just allowed me to download the stems. I have found that sometimes it downloads fast and sometimes it downloads slow. Sometimes the program freezes, sometimes it don't. And this is going through a server, so I could see why it can be problematic. It's going through your internet, but maybe if it was on your actual computer, then it wouldn't have any issues. If Bandlabs is watching this video, if you come out with a DAW that has all these features that people are able to purchase and it's actually stable and able to handle VSTs and things like that, I feel like this is a game changer. Like, I will be the one to promote the program just like I did your other Bandlab cakewalk video. If you haven't had a chance to go check that out, over 500,000 views on that video, and everybody was able to utilize it based off the tutorials and the videos that I did, and able to start recording right here, right now. So guys, that's what you want to do. So Bandlab, if you're watching this, make this a little bit more stable. Make it to where people can actually purchase the DAW, a better version, an upgraded version of this that allows VST plugins and things like that. And I guarantee that this will be the next game changer. Like, the collaborations, the community, everything that you're able to do, so easy to use. I think it's a powerful program, and I think you're doing a great job as far as that. But yeah, guys, download your stems individually and then be able to go check them out and move them to another DAW if you need to. Check that out. Hey. Pretty dope, right? So if you just go ahead and hit save, which I really don't because I don't care for this session. If you go here, here's the other positive about it in general. You can actually publish whatever you created. Check it out.
Test 1, test 2, test 3. Holla, holla, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It actually lets you hear what you played, okay? You can download that if you want. You can actually share it with other people. You can make it public so other people can check it out. You can do a lot of different things. Also here, you can go to the mix editor to go back to it, and then it's going to tell you the project details here. When it was created, by who, how long the song is. You can share it, post it, do the mix editor, the whole 9 yards. Now check this out. If you decided that you wanted to, let's say, master it, guys, you have revision settings here, and then you also have mastering settings, which are pretty dope, guys. You can actually do like an in-program master.
Test 1.
Now we're going to go ahead and go to the mastered and check it out.
Test 1, test 2, test 3. Holla, holla, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's fire. Sounds like a little bit more warmness.
Test 1, test 2, test 3. Holla, holla, yeah, yeah, yeah.
What about clarity?
Test 1, test 2, test 3. Holla, holla, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And tape, which happens to be one of my favorites.
Test 2, test 3. Holla, holla, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I have found that with tape, it makes it a lot more dynamic and warm and saturated, in my opinion. Now, do I recommend this as like your official mastering? No, but it's a good feature for you to have if you want to hear your stuff a little bit more dynamic or mastered in a sense. This is not something that I would do on any professional recordings unless your mix is just really awesome. It'll get you by, but I would not recommend this as far as like doing like any professional recordings or mastering any professional material for a client. Learn to do mastering the right way or hire a mastering engineer to get that done. By the way, I mix and master music, so go ahead and hit that email if you need your music mixed and mastered. But other than that, guys, this is a dope option. All you have to do is hit the download button, and then you can go ahead and download it, apply the effects, etc. It's totally up to you. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for the video. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. I want to know right now in the comment section, will you download this? Will you start recording in this today? Will you start messing around with it? I need to know, guys. I want to know down in the comment section. And I also want to know what type of music that you record, guys, because I really want to see what people are going to be utilizing this program for. I love to do R&B, hip hop, but I mix and master all types of music and different genres and things like that. But I can have a lot of fun in this software, and I'm positive that you can too. So don't get discouraged, guys. Start recording right here, right now. I know that this was a long overview, but a lot of you are going to want to know how to utilize it anyways, and I pretty much have to break that down for you guys. But guys, get motivated. Start recording right now, especially if you don't have the funds. It's completely free. Get involved with it. Do it. And then when you get more money and you want to upgrade to Pro Tools, Logic, Ableton, all those other powerful industry standard DAWs, okay? Other than that, guys, I truly appreciate you watching the videos. Go check out my other tutorials, and as always, if you want to see the next video on how to start recording and how to start using Autotune and compressors and EQs and all that type of stuff in Bandlab, then I highly recommend that you click on the next video, either here or here somewhere, or you just go ahead and go check out my channel. I'll have a playlist available for you guys to be able to go check out all these videos. But first, you got to hit that subscribe button, you got to hit that like button so this can get in the YouTube algorithm, and you got to hit that notification bell for more. Okay, thank you for watching, and as always, I'm really done this time. Stay tuned for the next video.
I know that she with it. I know that she love when I hit it. I know that she love. She know I'm a freak in the bed, and she know she gon' get it. Yes, I'm gon' tear it down, tear it down. That body leaking like it's bleeding. You can tell by how she's breathing. She borrowing dick like I'm loaning. Jamming that pussy, I'm owning. We ain't on no limit, no matter the time. I'm gon' fuck her to the morning, and I'm gon' do that body damage like I'm